Hey, and welcome back to another episode of The PA is In. I'm going to try something a little bit different today. This is going to be a news flash episode. I haven't thought of a super catchy title for PA news, but if you have one, let me know. I just saw the AAPA posted that Wisconsin was the third state to join the PA Licensure Compact. And it got me thinking, hey, where are people finding out information about these things? Is it from a show like this? Is it on LinkedIn? Is it from following the AAPA? Is it from following their state organization on social media? So I'm curious. So let us know where you are getting your PA related information, particularly at the state level. But I just wanted to pop on. I did a little bit of research about the PA Licensure Compact. I wanted to explain to you the details. So we're going to go through the who, what, how, when, where, and why this compact is being enacted. I will give you the update on what states are currently have it live, what states have pending legislation, and where you can find more information about this PA Licensure Compact. So as I was reading through this, I was thinking, this is a little bit confusing. So if you've ever seen a makeup compact, if you can see me on YouTube, you can see me making like a grandma. This is the daddy shark, I think. The mommy shark. This is the daddy shark. The mommy shark hands, but like a compact, like a makeup compact. So as I'm going through this, I'm like, okay, so certain states are inside the compact. And if you're inside the compact, it's easier for you to get a license in a state that's inside the compact if you have a license at a state that's also inside the compact. So let's unpack this. The PA Licensure Compact was enacted starting back in 2019, and the goal was to make it easier for licensed professionals, that's us, to practice across state lines without having to go through the process of applying for a new license in another state, especially a neighboring state or one that's close by, but that actually doesn't matter when it comes to the legality of the licensure compact. So who decided that this was a good idea? So 4 organizations: the American Academy of Physician Associates, or the AAPA, the Federation of State Medical Boards, the NCCPA, and the Council of State Governments got together and said, hey, we realize that this is a barrier to people being able to access healthcare, and that it would be easier to be able to, if people have a license in one of these states in the compact, to give them access to practice medicine in the other states inside the compact. So it is an interstate occupational licensure compact for PAs, which what it does is to provide a streamlined process for PAs to practice in other states. So these other states also need to be members of the PA compact. So if you have a license in one, you can practice medicine in multiple states inside the compact. So here's the bottom line. I'm going to tell you some requirements, and I'm going to tell you the states that are active. This is ongoing legislation, which may be happening in your state or maybe needs to be pushed through in your state, that will make it so that PAs can practice in multiple states without having to obtain multiple state licenses. This is going to cut down on fees, and it's going to cut down on sort of delays and starting, if you're moving or starting a new job, or your job buys a hospital in another state, that you don't have to get another license in order to be able to practice in that state. So how can your state get in on this action, right? States join the compact by legislatively enacting the model compact legislation. So when they do something like this, they write up all the legislation as it needs to be worded, and then it's available to push out to various states. So per the AAPA website, once the compact becomes operational after 7 states, so right now we're at 3, we need 4 more to get to 7. Help my 6-year-old with his math homework this afternoon. That's why I was ready for that. Once 7 states have adopted the compact model legislation, eligible PAs will only need to complete a single application in one of the states to receive compact privileges from each compact state in which they intend to practice. So it's buy 1, get 6 free once 7 states are part of the compact. As a provider, this is what you need in order to be eligible. You need to have graduated from a PA program that's accredited. You need to have a current NCCPA certification, no felony or misdemeanor convictions, never had a controlled substance license or permit suspended or revoked. You need to have a unique identifier as determined by the Compact Commission. So there's going to be something that identifies you within the compact. have no limitation or restriction on any state license or compact privileges in a remote state, meet any jurisprudence requirements of the state where compact privileges is being sought, and pay any required fees. So maybe this won't save us money. Report the PA Licensure Compact Commission any adverse events taken by a non-member state within 30 days after the action is taken. All of these things are true probably in the initial state that you're licensed anyway. So when is this happening and does it apply to you? I'm going to review the states in just a minute that are active or pending. Hopefully, this is coming soon to a state capital near you. And I say hopefully because the wheels of legislation turn slowly, and it takes time and money and lobbyists and for people to go and visit with their state senators and all of the people who have to approve this. So let this serve as a reminder to be a part of your state organization, to donate to your state's political action committee, to send them an email and say, hey, where are we at? Are we working on this? Do we need support? What are we doing to get this so that it's happening in our state or in other states if you want to be able to practice in another state? Get involved in Hill Day and go and visit and sit with your legislators and get to know them so that they can get to know you, so that when things like this come across their desk, they think that is a good idea for PAs to be able to practice in all of the states inside of this compact. So where? This tested my geographical knowledge of the states because on the website, so if you're curious, you can go to pacompact.org. They have frequently asked questions. They have some of the model legislation. They have a lot of resources there. And they also have a map of the United States, not a list, but a map of the United States with color-coded where it's active. So I said earlier, Wisconsin is the third state to join the PA Licensure Compact. The two that were ahead of Wisconsin look like Utah and New Jersey. Looks like New York, Ohio, and Michigan all have legislation filed. And Texas, Massachusetts, and Minnesota have legislation that was introduced in a previous session. So let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if all of those pass, there would be 9 states in the licensure compact, which would mean that any person licensed in that state who meets the requirements that I stumbled over previously can practice in any one of those states once they pay appropriate fees, get their compact number. It doesn't mean you automatically get to do it. You have to still file some paperwork, but that you don't have to apply for a separate license in that separate state. All of this very dry episode is to tell you that this PA Licensure Compact is coming in multiple states. My hope is that someday you can get licensed in a state or even licensed for the entire country once you meet the requirements, and that you're able to have more fluidity in your career and not be contained by the borders of your state and therefore by the borders of your state license. The goal of this is to make it easier for us to practice medicine in multiple states with one license. I don't find these episodes to be super entertaining, and there's not a lot of space to tell funny stories and entertain you. But if you found this information to be valuable, let me know. Shoot us an email. We are at themoneypa@gmail.com. Drop us a review on iTunes. Share this with a friend who lives in one of those states or who wants to move to one of those states, and contact your state representatives. Talk to your state organization. See where this is at in your state. And while you're at it, see where you are with changing the name to physician associate. We can all get on the same page with that name change. These things do not happen without time and effort and energy from our state leaders and from our state organizations and from PAs just like you. I feel like the PBS was founded by viewers like you, but these things take money. And so the Political Action Committee and donating to that committee is super, super important. Again, I like to try new things. I like to, hear feedback from you. Did you like it? Did you not like it? So let me know. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to another episode of The PA is In. This PA is out.